Bore St Andrews up in Hounda. Hope you're all well today. Welcome back to our Monday morning Reach Assembly, and it is the last Monday morning Reach Assembly before half term, and obviously a 4-day week for you guys as well. Hope everybody is okay. Everybody at the Connect Centre, Year 6 over at Liswerry High, and everyone in the Milner building. Hopefully be catching up with you all today at some point. Okay, let's start as per usual with our Welsh phrase of the week. Listening carefully.
Wedi gofyn. Wedi gofyn.
Wedi gofyn. Have you finished? Diolch yn fawr. Okay, moving on then. Let's think about what we've been talking about for the whole half term. Today is a day that we're going to reflect on our curriculum for this half term. Okay, so we've talked about respect, engagement and ambition, and this half term we've particularly been focusing on confidence. C is for being confident. Now you know that healthy, confident individuals is part of one of our 4 purposes. So our Reach curriculum does link quite closely with the 4 purposes, and it's helping us to enable those 4 purposes. So just to remind you there of that little link. And what we thought about is, what does confident mean? And we've given that quite a lot of thought. We've thought about what it means, and we've also thought about different ways that we can help our confidence and different strategies we can use to ensure that our confidence levels stay nice and high. So if you're confident, you're very certain about your own abilities and you believe in yourself, and there's no reason why anybody at St Andrews cannot believe in themselves, because you're all very, very amazing, and your teachers think you're amazing, and we need you to think you're amazing too. Okay, so believe in yourself and believe in your ability to do things successfully. So remember, we looked at this picture, and I just want you to take a moment now to think about, what does confident look like and how can you increase your confidence? So just pause for a second, have a talk amongst your class and your team members, and think about those 2 questions for me. So for the last 6 weeks, we've talked about these following things. We've talked about what is confidence. We've talked about the links to emotions and the way we behave. We've talked about self-affirmation and self-esteem, and we thought about positive thoughts, and last week being assertive. And we're just going to have a little go over all of those bits and pieces now, just as a quick reminder. So linking confidence with emotions and behaviour is quite important, because sometimes when we're feeling a little bit low and not so happy about ourselves, that can help. That means our confidence can be quite low. So it's quite important that we look after our feelings and our emotions and look after our well-being. And we all need to understand that we might change the way that we're feeling throughout the day, depending on what happens. Something might happen that might upset us. Something might happen that makes us really excited. The most important thing is that we just keep talking about our feelings and thinking about why we're feeling that way. So if we are excited, that's great. Share it with somebody. Why are we excited? You know, share your excitement. You might make them feel a bit excited too. And similarly, if you're feeling a little bit down about something or something's upset you, it's good to talk about it, and no problem can ever not be solved. So usually if you talk to somebody, that'll help you to solve your problem or the thing that's making you feel a little bit down. And we're going to be talking about our physical well-being a little bit more next half term, and how being physical can also help our emotions and our behaviours. Okay, and the way we feel can make us behave in different ways. So it's important to remember that, and to remember, if you are feeling a little bit not great on your barometer, if you are near a 3 or a 4, think about what you can do to help that. We also talked about self-affirmation, and if you remember, this is about telling yourself things telling yourself about the things that you can do. So what are you? What can you do? They're always positive thoughts. And you can help others as well by giving them the positive thoughts. You can tell them you are strong and you're brave, and you can think yourself, I am capable of doing this. I can do this. I can be a good learner. I can work out this problem because actually I just need to think about it a bit longer, but I can do it. And it's about telling yourself those things that you can do all the time. I'm a kind person. I'm a friendly person. I'm a happy person. Okay, lots of positive thinking. You might want to pause there and just think about some positive affirmations about yourself right now. We also talked quite a bit about what self-esteem is and the fact that that's something you can't see or touch it, but actually you feel it and it's inside and it's quite powerful, and it's the way you feel about yourself. And self-esteem can be high or it can be low. And I think we thought about strategies that can help us to keep high self-esteem. Okay, telling yourself, again, it's all linked to self-affirmation and you telling yourself what you're good at and actually reminding yourself what you're good at by looking through your books each day or looking at what you've achieved within school or outside of school. All those things can help you with your self-esteem. So it's keeping those thoughts positive, everybody. Remember I said everybody needs to be kind to each other, but you also need to be kind to yourselves, okay? Be your own best friend. And when those horrible thoughts come into your head, get rid of them. Take some deep breaths. Think about those things you're good at, okay? That can help you lift your self-esteem and it can help you make you feel a little bit better about yourselves. And lastly, the thing we thought about was being assertive. And we talked about different types of communication, aggressive, passive, and being assertive. And we talked about the fact that being assertive shows that you're confident, but it makes you deal with situations in a way that doesn't seem rude or aggressive, but also is standing up for yourself and not letting other people treat you badly, okay? But it's doing it in a positive way. Again, these skills can help you with your confidence, because once you've done that and you've been assertive and you've spoken confidently out at somebody, it does help raise your confidence a little bit more. So I'm just going to show you now a little reminder of tips to help you boost your confidence. And then you might want to have a bit of a talk about that when it's finished.
When faced with a big challenge where potential failure seems to lurk at every corner, maybe you've heard this advice before. Be more confident. And most likely, this is what you think when you hear it. If only it were that simple. But what is confidence? Take the belief that you are valuable, worthwhile, and capable, also known as self-esteem. Add in the optimism that comes when you are certain of your abilities, and then empowered by these, act courageously to face a challenge head on. This is confidence. It turns thoughts into action. So where does confidence even come from? There are several factors that impact confidence. 1, what you're born with, such as your genes, which will impact things like the balance of neurochemicals in your brain. 2, how you're treated. This includes the social pressures of your environment. And 3, the part you have control over, the choices you make, the risks you take, and how you think about and respond to challenges and setbacks. It isn't possible to completely untangle these 3 factors, but the personal choices we make certainly play a major role in confidence development. So, by keeping in mind a few practical tips, we do actually have the power to cultivate our own confidence. Tip 1, a quick fix. There are a few tricks that can give you an immediate confidence boost in the short term. Picture your success when you're beginning a difficult task. Something as simple as listening to music with deep bass. It can promote feelings of power. You can even strike a powerful pose or give yourself a pep talk. Tip 2, believe in your ability to improve. If you're looking for a long-term change, consider the way you think about your abilities and talents. Do you think they are fixed at birth, or that they can be developed, like a muscle? These beliefs matter because they can influence how you act when you're faced with setbacks. If you have a fixed mindset, meaning that you think your talents are locked in place, you might give up, assuming you've discovered something you're not very good at. But if you have a growth mindset and think your abilities can improve, a challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow. Neuroscience supports the growth mindset. The connections in your brain do get stronger and grow with study and practice. It also turns out, on average, people who have a growth mindset are more successful, getting better grades, and doing better in the face of challenges. Tip 3, practice failure. Face it, you're going to fail sometimes. Everyone does. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 different publishers before one picked up Harry Potter. The Wright brothers built on history's failed attempts at flight, including some of their own, before designing a successful airplane. Studies show that those who fail regularly and keep trying anyway are better equipped to respond to challenges and setbacks in a constructive way. They learn how to try different strategies, ask others for advice, and persevere. So, think of a challenge you want to take on. Realize it's not going to be easy. Accept that you'll make mistakes, and be kind to yourself when you do. Give yourself a pep talk, stand up, and go for it. The excitement you'll feel knowing that whatever the result, you'll have gained greater knowledge and understanding. This is confidence.
Okay, so hopefully some hints and tips there for you, ready for fighting the world the next week or two. Okay, lots to think about and lots to reflect on from the confident part of our curriculum. I'm really hoping that it's been helpful in your everyday schooling and within your everyday life at home. And I really hope that you can carry on to think about ways of making yourself feel confident, and that you're having those discussions in class all the time that help you to raise your self-esteem and help you to think positive thoughts about yourself. Ultimately, everybody, believe in yourselves because you can do it. You definitely can do it. So just take a moment to reflect on that, and to reflect on what you've been up to this last 6 weeks, and the achievements and the positives. I just want to say that you have been brilliant, particularly those of you that are having to catch a bus every day and go off to various different places, settling into new buildings and new classrooms. We're really, really proud of you, St Andrews. You've done an amazing job, and you've shown yourselves to be true St Andrews superstars in every way. So have a lovely rest of the week. I will see you all at some point during the week, hopefully. And if I don't see you, please have a lovely half term, and we'll see you back for the second half of the summer term, rearing to go for the next part of our REACH curriculum, Healthy and Happy. Okay, so just before we go, we'll say our prayer together. Diolch I ti am I byd, diolch am ein ffrindiau, I gyd, amen. And I am going to leave you just with a little song to start off finish off your day, or to start off your week. Okay, speak to you soon, everybody. Dabwch chi.
If what I am is what's in me, then I'll stay strong, that's who I'll be. And I will always be the best me that I can be. There's only one me, I am it. Have a dream, I'll follow it. It's up to me to try. Oh, I'ma keep my head up high, keep on reaching high. I'm never gonna quit, I'll keep getting stronger. And nothing's gonna bring me down. I'm never gonna stop, gotta go. Because I know I'll keep getting stronger. And what I am is, 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 and what I am is. There's nothing I can't achieve, cause in myself I believe in those. Gonna keep on at the high, keep on reaching high. Never gonna quit, just keep getting stronger. Ain't nothing gonna bring us down. Never giving up, gotta go. Because I know I'll keep getting stronger. What I am is, what I am is, what I am is, what I am is, what you are is, what you are is. There's nothing I can't achieve because of myself. I believe in you. Gonna hold my head up high, keep on reaching high. I'm never gonna stop, I'll keep getting stronger. Nothing's gonna bring me down. Never give it up, gotta go. Yeah, I'll keep getting stronger.